I wonder, like even like TJ being back, like was there, with the chance that they're going to be playing Limerick in a semi-final, there was a lot of doubt maybe after last year's league final. Remember how poor Kilkenny were that day, and Limerick kind of blew them away, like just kind of going through the motions really. I wonder. There was obviously a great chance that we're going to be in a league semi-final. Did TJ even go to Derek Ling and say, like, listen, I want to get him come back. I want to get game time under my belt. Same probably with Paddy Deegan as well. But they're going to a position now where, it's a ropey enough position. Kilkenny aren't going particularly well. Limerick are going tipping away fine. Like there is a lot of, there's a lot of talk down north side, like that they're not playing particularly cohesively, that maybe there's a bit of disharmony flying around as well. And that could be absolute nonsense. And like more than likely it probably is. What was said to me was just that they wondered whether it was a happy camp. And it's an easy thing to throw out when maybe things aren't going that well. But they need to produce something at the weekend. They can't probably feed that narrative, and it could be a completely false narrative. But they don't want to suffer, a double digits defeat to Limerick at the weekend, after what's probably been a bit of a stop-start league campaign, you'd have to say. Like that Cork game, had they produced what they produced in the first 25 minutes against Cork and, won well, you're kind of thinking, they'd be in a happy place. But it's been 25 minutes that they were good. They weren't great for the rest of it. They were, brutal by all accounts in the first half against Offaly. So, like, you're coming into a position. I remember, was it 2019 when Limerick kind of blew Kilkenny away in Nolan Park in a league game? You can't, when you're playing, whenever about anybody else, you have to be at a fair level against Limerick. You're just going to have to get up to a fair level. And if they don't, they run the risk of suffering a defeat that would put them back. And they don't have much credit in the bank this year. Do you know what I mean? If you've played really well up until this point and you suffer a 7 or 8 point defeat, that's one thing. But if you've played poorly, got the odd result, as they did against Waterford, and they did against Cork, then you suffer an 8 point defeat, and maybe certain lads aren't happy or whatever, it just kind of feeds into it. So they're going to have to produce something. They're going to have to produce something at the weekend.